Tonight, you will walk through the quiet streets of ancient Rome as soft rain begins to fall. Take a deep, gentle breath now, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let your shoulders relax, your body sink into the comfort of the night. With each exhale, imagine the sounds of the modern world fading away, replaced by the soft whispers of another time, a city suspended between memory and dream. Have you ever wondered what it felt like to walk beneath ancient stars, where only the soft glow of torchlight illuminates your path? Tonight, you will wander these streets. The first drops of rain fall gently upon your face, cool and light, dissolving into the warmth of your skin. They tap softly against the terracotta rooftops, creating a rhythm that hums through the narrow alleys and echoes faintly off the marble, columns of distant temples. Each sound blends into a lullaby for your senses, urging your mind to slow, your thoughts to drift, and your body to soften. You step carefully onto the cobblestones, worn smooth by countless footsteps over centuries. They glisten under the rain, each stone reflecting the faint shimmer of the torchlight that flickers along the street. The torches sway with the movement of the air, casting dancing shadows that play along the walls, curling and stretching like delicate fingers reaching for the night sky. You notice the subtle contrast between the cool, wet stone beneath your feet and the gentle warmth radiating from the torches. It is a balance of opposites, a quiet harmony coaxing you into stillness. Above, the clouds hang low, heavy with the promise of more rain. Their grey folds are soft, almost tangible, as if you could reach up and touch them. You feel the gentle weight of the night pressing around you, a comforting cloak that invites you to slow your breathing further. Inhale, noticing the earthy scent of rain-soaked streets mingled with the faint aroma of distant hearth fires, the lingering hint of olive oil lamps, and the sweet, almost imperceptible fragrance of wet herbs from nearby gardens. Exhale, letting yourself melt into this moment, allowing your body to match the stillness of the city. As you walk, you catch glimpses of statues standing silently at the edges of the piazzas. They are guardians of memory, carved from stone to last beyond human lifetimes. Rain beads on their shoulders, tracing down faces that seem to hold endless stories. You imagine the hands of the sculptors, long gone, and the people who paused to admire these figures centuries ago. The thought is calming, like a gentle bridge connecting you to countless quiet lives that have passed through these streets, each one resting now beneath the soft patter of rain. The city feels alive, but not in the way you might expect. There are no hurried footsteps, no shouting merchants, no clattering carts. Instead, there is a soft hum, almost musical, of droplets landing on roofs, on leaves, on stone fountains. Occasionally, a distant footstep echoes faintly, then vanishes into the rhythm of falling water. You synchronize your own steps with this subtle music. One inhale, one step, one exhale, one step. The alignment of body, breath, and sound draws you deeper into a gentle trance, a shared heartbeat with the night itself. Have you ever noticed how rain changes the perception of a city? It does not erase it, nor does it diminish its character. Instead, it softens edges, blurs lines, and smooths surfaces. It transforms bustling streets into reflective pools of serenity. Each puddle becomes a tiny mirror, capturing the flickering torchlight and the silhouette of ancient architecture. You pause for a moment to observe your reflection, the glow of the torches mirrored in your eyes, the soft shadows of the rain falling across your face. In this reflection, you feel yourself part of the city, folded into its long history, like a quiet secret. You round a corner and see the aqueduct in the distance, its arches rising gracefully against the dim sky. By day, it carries the life of Rome, water flowing through channels that sustain the city. By night, under the rain, it stands as a silent witness, majestic and still. You imagine the water spilling softly, unnoticed beneath the arches, whispering along its stone path. The sight calms you, a reminder that some things endure quietly and steadily, regardless of the noise of the world. Further along, you pass a small archway where ivy clings stubbornly to the stone. Rainwater trickles down in tiny rivulets, catching the torchlight and glimmering like threads of silver. You reach out a hand, allowing the mist to brush against your fingertips, the sensation cool and delicate. The ivy's leaves are slick and smooth, holding droplets that sparkle before sliding gently to the cobblestones below. You inhale, taking in the mingled scent of wet earth and stone, and exhale, letting the calm seep into every part of your being. The streets curve around old houses, their shutters closed, windows dark. You imagine families sleeping inside, the faint glow of lamps behind curtains, whispers of dreams and quiet laughter floating softly in the night. The city's life continues unseen, and yet you feel connected to it as though you are strolling not through emptiness but through a living tapestry of history. Each step forward is a meditation, each breath a gentle anchor to the present moment. A sudden shimmer catches your eye. A torch leaning against a column, its flame bending and dancing in the rain. The column is carved, weathered by years, yet still strong, like a quiet witness to centuries of human presence. You pause to watch the flame flicker, noticing the contrast between fire and water, light and shadow, movement and stillness. The gentle interplay of these elements mirrors the rhythm of your own breath, slow and deliberate, in and out, a subtle cadence that matches the heartbeat of the night itself. You continue along the street, past small alcoves and fountains where water gathers in shallow basins, the surface rippling softly with each raindrop. You notice how the sound is never abrupt, never harsh, but continuous and soothing, like a lullaby that has traveled through time. Your senses drink in the gentle music, your body relaxing further, allowing the tension of the day to wash away. You feel the rain not as something intrusive, but as a gentle guide, coaxing you deeper into serenity. The rooftops glisten, and the statues watch silently, their presence comforting, as though they have been waiting for you to arrive, to witness this calm. You imagine centuries of footsteps along these stones, the countless souls who have walked here before, each leaving an invisible mark, a faint echo that blends with the rhythm of the rain. You feel yourself part of this continuum, a single heartbeat within the vast, breathing history of Rome. As the street widens into a small piazza, you notice the faint outlines of temples in the distance. Their columns rise majestically, silhouetted against the clouded sky. You do not enter, but you imagine the cool stone under your fingertips, the quiet reverence that lingers here, even in the absence of voices. The rain falls upon the steps, glistening like polished glass, each drop a tiny note in the symphony of night. You pause again, breathing deeply, letting the calm settle fully into your body and mind. And now, as the rain continues to fall and the torchlight flickers gently, you are ready to follow its path deeper into the city. With every step, you feel the world growing quieter, your body growing heavier in the best way, each inhale and exhale carrying you toward rest. The streets of Rome stretch before you, inviting, patient, timeless, and you drift forward, wrapped in the hush of rain, the warmth of flickering flames, and the gentle embrace of night itself. Tonight you are not just walking through Rome, you are walking through history, through serenity, through the quiet heartbeat of a city asleep beneath the sky. And with every step, you drift a little further into calm, a little closer to dream. Tonight, you will step into the Roman Forum, a place that once hummed with life, debate, and laughter, now wrapped in the gentle embrace of a rainy night. Take a slow, deep breath in and out. Allow the weight of your body to sink comfortably, feeling supported, steady, and calm. Each inhale draws you softly into the ancient city, each exhale releasing all tension, all noise of your day. Have you ever imagined walking through the heart of a city that has existed for centuries, feeling both its history and its stillness at once? Tonight, you will wander these marble streets. Rain falls lightly, pattering against the worn stones, gathering in shallow pools that mirror the soft glow of torches. You notice the gentle contrast of wet stone and flickering firelight, the quiet juxtaposition of shadow and illumination, inviting your mind to slow, to drift, to settle. You step onto the forum's open expanse. The wide square, usually alive with senators' speeches, merchants' calls, and the footsteps of citizens, is now hushed beneath the rain. The sound of droplets forms a delicate rhythm on the mosaics and columns, soft and hypnotic. You match your breathing to this cadence. Inhale as a drop lands on marble. Exhale as it slides into a puddle. With every breath, the world feels farther, away, replaced by the timeless pulse of the Forum itself. The ruins stretch before you. Tall columns rise like guardians of memory, etched with intricate carvings that tell stories of gods, emperors, and ordinary people who once passed this way. Their surfaces are slick with rain, each groove and curve catching tiny glimmers of torchlight. You reach out a hand, imagining the cool touch of stone beneath your fingers, feeling the faint pulse of history through texture and time. Inhale deeply and notice the scent of rain mixing with the earthy aroma of aged stone. Exhale slowly, allowing it to wash over you, letting the air fill your lungs with the quiet of 1,000 nights long past. Each breath anchors you further into the moment, a gentle tether to the serenity that surrounds you. You walk slowly along the marble pathways, letting your fingers brush against low walls, the surface is cold and smooth. The forum's arches and pillars create pockets of shadow where the rain gathers in quiet rivulets. You notice how the shadows stretch and bend with the torchlight, forming soft patterns on the stones. The contrast is calming, the dark and light blending seamlessly, reminding you that peace often exists in the balance of opposites. Have you ever paused to notice how silence feels when it is surrounded by echoes of the past? Here, the silence is alive, not empty. You can almost hear the faint murmurs of history, the debate of senators, the distant footsteps of travelers, the laughter of children running through the square long ago. These sounds are not intrusive. They are gentle reminders of continuity, of the life that has always threaded through these stones. Your steps take you toward a small fountain at the forum's center. Its edges are carved with delicate figures now slick and shining with rain. You kneel slightly to observe the water pooling in the basin, its surface rippling gently with each drop. The rhythm of the rain becomes a lullaby, the movement of water, a meditation. You inhale, imagining the serenity flowing into you like this fountain. Exhale, letting all tension slip quietly away. Nearby, the Temple of Saturn rises in quiet grandeur. Its columns, rain-washed and glistening, stretch upward toward the clouded sky. You imagine the temple, as it once was, filled with rituals and offerings, filled with human intention and reverence. Tonight, though, it is simply a presence, an enduring monument, a calm companion. You allow your gaze to linger, noting the delicate interplay of light and shadow, fire and stone, stillness and reflection. Each detail encourages your mind to drift, your thoughts to soften, your body to sink further into comfort. You continue your walk along the forum's edge. The cobblestones glisten beneath your feet, and small puddles mirror the faint torchlight, reflecting fragmented images of arches and statues. You notice a pair of birds perched quietly on a column, feathers damp, eyes half closed, undisturbed by the rain. Their calm presence mirrors your own, a quiet companion to your journey through the night. Each breath you take is synchronized with the gentle rhythm of the city, inhaling serenity, exhaling rest. The arches of the Basilica Julia come into view, their marble surfaces darkened by rain. You walk beneath one, feeling the soft echo of raindrops reverberate through the stone. The sound is soothing like a gentle drumbeat, grounding you, connecting you to this place, to history, to yourself. Have you ever noticed how sound can fold around you, embracing you without demanding attention? The forum tonight is doing exactly that, folding you gently into its quiet heart. You pause beside an ancient statue, its face weathered and softened by centuries. Rain streams along its features, tracing the lines of expression, softening the edges. You imagine the hands that carved it, the care and patience invested into every detail. And then you think of all the countless eyes that once observed it, each person taking in its presence, carrying away a tiny fragment of the moment. You realize that you too are now part of this chain, one quiet observer among many, breathing the calm of the night. The forum stretches ahead, a labyrinth of memories, of sacred spaces and civic squares, of shadows and torchlight. You wander slowly, letting curiosity guide your steps. Perhaps you pause to imagine the Senate in session, long ago, voices echoing against these stones. Perhaps you notice the tiny growth of moss between cracks in the marble, each green tendril surviving quietly through centuries of change. Every detail, every thought is gentle, hypnotic, lulling your mind into a state of soft wonder and deep calm. The arches, the columns, the silent streets, they all lead your senses onward. The rain begins to fall more evenly, a curtain of soft sound. Around you, the world seems to contract, holding only this space, this moment, this tranquil immersion in the past. You take another long breath, letting it fill you completely, exhaling slowly, letting it carry away any remaining tension, any stray thought of the day. Have you ever imagined the sensation of time itself slowing? Here in the forum, with rain drumming softly on marble and the flickering torchlight painting shadows across your path, time does just that. It stretches, flows and bends, holding you in a serene, suspended moment where the past and present meet, where every sound, sight, and sensation becomes a gentle guide toward stillness. You continue along the forum's path, noticing the aqueduct arches in the distance, the glimmer of candlelight from distant homes, the way rain gathers in low points of stone. Each detail is magnified by silence, enhanced by attention. Your breathing continues, slow and even, in harmony with the soft rhythm of droplets. The more you observe, the deeper you sink into relaxation, your body resting, your mind letting go, finally. As you reach the far end of the forum, the night seems to soften even further. The torches flicker low, the rain steadies into a gentle drizzle, and the statues seem almost to bow in quiet greeting. You feel the invitation to continue your journey, to follow the rain deeper into the city, toward the temples, villas, and quiet streets that await. With each step, your body grows heavier in the most comforting way. Each breath, a gentle lullaby. Tonight, you have wandered the forum in silence, stepping softly through centuries, letting history and rain guide you into calm. And now, as you move forward, you carry the hush of this sacred place with you, folded gently into your mind and body, a quiet companion as you drift further into the night. Tonight, you will step into a temple tucked quietly within the heart of ancient Rome, where soft candlelight glows against the rain-darkened stone. Take a deep breath now, slow and gentle, in through your nose, filling your lungs, and out through your mouth, releasing all tension or thoughts of the day. Let your body settle into the stillness of this moment, as if the world outside has melted away, leaving only the warm embrace of the night, the gentle flicker of flames, and the hush of sacred stone. Have you ever wondered what it might feel like to wander through a place of devotion long after the voices have faded, when only the quiet remains? Tonight, you will do exactly that. You step through a carved wooden doorway, damp from the rain, and immediately notice the shift in the air, a faint warmth, a delicate incense drifting lightly, mingling with the scent of wet stone. It is a fragrance that seems to carry the memories of countless offerings of prayers whispered softly across centuries, each one absorbed by the walls themselves. Your steps echo lightly on the marble floor, each one steady, deliberate, part of the rhythm of the temple's gentle breathing. You move past tall columns, smooth and cool under your fingertips, their surfaces etched with faint carvings of gods, animals, and the stories of long-forgotten ceremonies. The flickering candlelight casts moving shadows across these carvings, transforming them into living forms that sway and bow with every breath of air, inviting your eyes to follow, your mind to wander, and your body to relax further. The temple is quiet, yet not empty. There is life here in subtle forms, the soft hiss of rain tapping on the roof above, the faint rustle of leaves outside the open windows, the gentle movement of a candle flame. You pause to notice these details, inhaling deeply, letting the scents and sounds sink into your awareness. Exhale slowly, and imagine yourself melting into the warmth, letting it soothe every muscle, every thought, every worry you carry. Have you ever noticed how silence can feel like a presence? Here, it is tangible, wrapping around you like a soft cloak, punctuated only by the occasional drip of rain or the tiny flicker of flame. You move toward the center of the temple, where a small altar rests, adorned with simple offerings. A bowl of water reflecting candlelight, a sprig of olive, a tiny clay figure. Each object seems to hum softly with intention, inviting you to pause, to observe, to breathe in harmony with the stillness around you. Your gaze rises to the high ceiling, where faint frescoes are softened by the dim candlelight. They depict gods in flowing robes, scenes of myth and ritual, their colors muted but still discernible, like dreams remembered upon waking. You imagine the artists who created them, their hands steady, their minds focused on every detail, unaware of the centuries in which their work would linger. You feel a gentle connection to them, to the humans who shape this space with care, to the countless visitors who have wandered here, and to yourself, walking quietly through it now. You move to a side alcove where a single candle stands near, a carved statue. Its flame dances lightly, and you notice the way the wet stone beneath glimmers in response, tiny reflections shimmering like stars scattered across the surface. You allow your hand to hover over the statue, feeling the cool texture of stone, imagining the centuries it has witnessed. You breathe slowly, deeply, inhaling the serenity, exhaling any remaining tension, letting yourself sink further into relaxation. The temple's walls hold stories in their silent grooves, the prayers of citizens, the footsteps of priests, the whispered hopes of families long ago. You imagine those footsteps echoing faintly as you walk, mingling with your own, creating a timeless rhythm of presence and calm. The gentle contrast between rain outside and the candle's warm glow inside creates a comforting balance. Water and fire, shadow and light, movement and stillness, all harmonizing to guide you toward tranquility. Have you ever allowed yourself to simply exist in a sacred space, unhurried, with no goal but to notice? Here, the soft ambiance invites exactly that. You walk slowly toward the back of the temple, where a narrow window opens to the courtyard outside. Rain falls steadily, washing the stones and pooling in shallow basins. You pause, observing the droplets' gentle descent, each one catching the faint light, each one a tiny meditation in motion. You imagine the water gathering into small streams, flowing silently toward hidden channels, carrying with it the calm of the night. You take a seat on a smooth stone bench near the altar, letting your body relax fully into its support. The warmth from the candles brushes your cheeks, the sound of rain forms a gentle symphony in your ears, and the soft scents of incense and wet stone mingle around you. With every breath, you feel yourself sinking deeper into the present, into the serenity of the temple, into the timeless embrace of the space. As you sit, your mind begins to wander through quiet reflections. Perhaps you think of the gods and goddesses once honored here, not as beings demanding attention, but as symbols of human hope, curiosity, and care. Perhaps you notice the way each stone seems to have absorbed centuries of thought and intention, now offering it back to you in a soft, hypnotic rhythm. The temple becomes a living lullaby, each detail a gentle guide toward rest, each sound a brushstroke painting calm across your mind. Your breathing synchronizes with the dance of candlelight. Slow inhale, slow exhale. You notice the contrast between the wet, cool air seeping in through the windows and the comforting warmth of the firelight, between the faintly distant echo of rain and the stillness surrounding you. These contrasts are gentle, soothing, grounding you in the richness of the moment. You feel the pulse of the temple, the heartbeat of history, aligning seamlessly with your own. You rise briefly to wander further along the aisles, pausing at each carved relief, each small statue, each candle flame. Each step is measured, deliberate, part of the rhythm of the night. Have you ever noticed how walking slowly allows the mind to drift more freely, thoughts floating like mist across a quiet river? Here, in this temple, that river is the steady drip of rain, the soft sigh of stone, the gentle flicker of flame. You follow its current willingly, letting it carry you deeper into calm, into the embrace of sleep. Finally, you return to the center of the temple, kneeling gently before the altar. The water in the bowl reflects the soft candlelight, rippling, slightly as a drop from the ceiling falls. You lean your hand toward it, feeling its cool touch, imagining that each droplet carries away tension, worry, and the remnants of wakefulness. You inhale, drawing in serenity and history, and exhale, releasing every trace of distraction. Each breath brings you closer to the quiet core of the temple, where you are folded into the stillness, held by the soft glow, the ancient stones, and the rhythm of the rain beyond the walls. You sit in this serenity for a while, noticing the interplay of light and shadow, of warmth and coolness, of movement and stillness. Each detail is a gentle anchor, drawing you deeper into a dreamlike state. You feel your body heavier, more relaxed, your thoughts quieter, each breath slower and steadier. The temple has become a sanctuary not just of stone, but of your mind, your body, your spirit. And now, as the rain continues to fall outside, as the candlelight flickers softly and the shadows sway gently against the walls, you are ready to step once more into the city, carrying the calm of the temple with you. With each step forward, you feel the hush of the night pressing around you, a protective, soothing embrace. The journey through rain, history, and quiet continues, inviting you to drift ever deeper into rest, into dream, into the soft heartbeat of ancient Rome. Tonight, you will wander through a Roman marketplace once alive with bustling voices and the scents of spices, bread, and fresh produce, now softened by the hush of evening and the gentle drizzle of rain. Take a long, slow breath, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel your body sink into the calm of the night, letting the warmth of candlelight and the rhythm of falling rain carry you deeper into relaxation. Have you ever imagined the quiet of a marketplace after the crowds have gone, the stalls covered, the day's transactions complete, and only the echo of human life lingering in the stones? Tonight, you will walk these paths, exploring the soft beauty hidden beneath the usual clamor. The cobblestones glisten, wet with rain, reflecting the warm flicker of torchlight. Each step you take is deliberate, slow, almost a meditation, drawing you further into the serenity of the city at dusk. The market is empty now, yet it hums with memory. You notice baskets once overflowing with fruits, their shapes blurred by the shadows. Olives, figs, and grapes, still faintly scented, linger in the corners of stalls. The scent of bread cooling in small ovens, mixed with the earthy aroma of whetstone, drifts to you in the evening air. You inhale deeply, allowing these fragrances to anchor you in the moment. Exhale, letting the softness of the night seep into your body. You pass a covered stall where colorful fabrics were displayed, now folded neatly, waiting for another day. The rain taps softly on the canvas roofs, creating a gentle melody that blends with the distant drip of water from tiled eaves. You reach out a hand, feeling the slight dampness of the air, the faint chill of rain, and the warm glow of torchlight, flickering across your fingertips. This balance of cool and warmth, shadow and light, guides your mind into a state of restful curiosity. Have you ever considered how the traces of life can linger, even in emptiness? Each stall, each bench, each carefully placed crate carries the quiet essence of those who passed through, of hands that arranged goods and voices that called across the square. You notice these subtle echoes as you wander, sensing them as soft ripples beneath the surface of your awareness. Your breathing becomes slower, more deliberate, matching the calm rhythm of the empty market. Ahead, you glimpse the fountain that once stood at the center of the square, its marble carved with figures of gods and nymphs, now glistening under the soft drizzle. Water gathers in the basin, catching the reflection of torches along the walls. You lean slightly, tracing the edge with your fingers, feeling the smooth, cool stone beneath your touch. The water's surface ripples gently with falling droplets, each movement a tiny, hypnotic dance that invites your eyes to follow, your mind to soften, and your body to relax further. You notice the distant outlines of temple steps beyond the market, where the shadows of statues sway softly in the candlelight. The rain forms tiny puddles along the stone path, each one reflecting fragments of torchlight and the evening sky. As you walk, your footsteps echo gently, merging with the soft patter of rain to create a lullaby for your senses. Inhale, feeling the cool moisture fill your lungs. Exhale, letting every muscle release tension, every thought drift away. The aroma of herbs drifts from an overturned stall. Basil, thyme, and rosemary, dampened by rain, blend with the earthy scent of wet soil and stone. You reach out, letting your fingers brush lightly against leaves still clinging to their stems. The texture is soft yet firm, cool and alive. You pause for a moment to notice how the smallest details, the faint scent of a herb, the curve of a stone, the shimmer of rain, can fill the mind with gentle curiosity and peaceful awareness. Have you ever walked through a place that seemed suspended between memory and present moment? This market does exactly that. Though empty, it feels vibrant in its stillness. You imagine the merchants of long ago arranging their goods with care, greeting friends, speaking softly to neighbors. You imagine the city bustling around this square by day, and now, by night, the same square rests, cradled by the rain, cradling you in turn. You follow the curve of the street, noticing the faint glimmer of clay rooftops through the mist. A small alley opens to the side, lined with benches and empty crates. Rainwater trickles between the stones, forming tiny channels that wind slowly through the marketplace. Each step you take along these wet paths feels deliberate, unhurried, a dance in rhythm with the night. Your mind drifts gently, considering the lives of countless Romans who walked these same paths, their footsteps now harmonized with your own. The sound of a distant bell catches your attention, soft and low. Perhaps it signals the closing of the last shop for the evening. You do not need to follow it. Instead, you let the sound drift over you, a soft, rolling vibration that deepens the calm, as if each note is a gentle nudge toward inner stillness. Your breath becomes synchronized with the toll, slow inhale, slow exhale, each cycle drawing you deeper into serenity. You pause near a small mosaic embedded in the stones, depicting a faint pattern of interlocking circles and stars. Rain has softened the edges, but the design remains visible, a subtle reminder of beauty and care that outlasts time. You lean closer, noticing each curve, each delicate line, feeling your gaze slow, your attention deepen, your mind letting go of hurried thought. Here, in this simple, rain-soaked detail, you sense continuity, permanence, and calm. Have you ever felt the contrast of movement and stillness at the same time? The market silence, punctuated by falling raindrops, is alive in a soft, hypnotic way. The glistening stones, empty stalls, and gentle echo of your own steps create a rhythm of presence that invites the mind to drift. You feel your heartbeat slow, your shoulders drop, and a gentle warmth spread through your chest as the city cradles you in its history and its quiet. You continue along the path, noticing the faint outlines of the city beyond. Rooftops, arches, and temple columns softened by dusk and the drizzle. Tiny lanterns flicker along distant streets, their light bouncing on puddles, forming miniature constellations on the wet cobblestones. You imagine the stories of those lanterns, the hands that lit them, the eyes that watched them flicker, the quiet footsteps of those who passed beneath their glow. And now you are part of this story, walking softly, breathing deeply, and letting the gentle magic of the marketplace envelop you completely. As the drizzle turns lighter, almost a mist, you pause to lean against a column at the edge of the square. You feel the smooth stone beneath your hand, cool and solid, grounding you. You close your eyes briefly, listening to the tiny symphony of rain, torchlight flickers, and distant whispers of the city's past. Each sound, each sensation is a soft brushstroke, painting serenity across your mind, your body, your awareness. Finally, you rise and continue along the cobblestone path, leaving the marketplace behind, but carrying its gentle hush with you. The rain guides you further into the city, the light dimming slowly as evening deepens, inviting you to drift ever closer to rest. Every step forward is a meditation, every breath a lullaby. You feel the warmth of candlelight, the cool touch of rain, and the soft embrace of history folding gently around you. Tonight, you have wandered the market at dusk, observing life that once was, immersed in quiet curiosity and resting in the gentle rhythm of rain, torchlight, and stone. And now, as you continue your journey through the streets of Rome, you carry the calm of this space within you, ready to follow the path toward villas, gardens, and the comforting embrace of night. Tonight, you will step into a Roman villa where the soft rain falling from the sky meets the delicate greenery of a garden at rest. Take a deep, slow breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, allowing your body to sink into the comforting weight of stillness. Feel the gentle rhythm of your breath guiding you deeper, as if it were a stream flowing through the villa's stone pathways, carrying serenity into every corner of your mind and body. Have you ever imagined walking through a private garden, tucked behind ancient walls, where every leaf, every stone, and every flower seems to hold the calm of centuries? Tonight, you will wander these paths. The rain falls lightly, soft droplets tracing the edges of terracotta pots and marble statues, creating tiny symphonies of sound that blend seamlessly with the hush of the villa. Each drop is a delicate note, inviting your mind to release tension and your body to relax further. You step carefully along a stone pathway, feeling the texture beneath your feet, slick from the drizzle, yet steady. The path winds gently among flower beds and trimmed hedges, each one glistening under the faint torchlight that spills from the villa's windows. You notice how the soft illumination enhances the green of leaves, the subtle bloom of roses, and the glimmer of ivy clinging to the walls. Each detail is magnified by the rain, serene and hypnotic, drawing your attention inward while keeping you fully immersed in this quiet world. The villa itself stands gracefully, its columns rising tall, supporting arches that frame the courtyard. Beyond, you imagine the families who once lived here, walking these same stones, perhaps pausing in the garden to admire a flower or to breathe in the scent of herbs after the evening rain. Though those people are long gone, the villa retains a sense of calm and presence, an enduring sanctuary where time seems to slow, inviting you to move gently, step by step, and breathe in the serenity around you. Have you ever noticed how water can transform a garden? Tiny puddles gather at the bases of urns and statues, catching the soft flicker of candlelight, reflecting the clouds and the trees like miniature skies contained within stone. You pause to kneel beside one, watching a droplet ripple across the surface. Inhale, letting the reflection carry you deeper into a state of gentle curiosity. Exhale, letting the stress of the day wash away, leaving only calm. Your gaze falls on a small fountain at the center of the courtyard. Water trickles softly from a carved lion's mouth into a shallow marble basin, its sound delicate, almost musical. The rain adds a soft layer, drumming lightly on the fountain's edges, creating a rhythm that is at once soothing and hypnotic. You listen, absorbing the gentle melody, letting it synchronize with your breathing. Inhale, exhale, each cycle drawing you further into serenity. The garden is alive with subtle detail. You notice leaves glistening under the rain, flowers bending slightly beneath the weight of droplets, and moss growing between the cobblestones, soft and vibrant. Each element seems to exist solely for your observation, as if the garden itself has been designed to lull the mind into rest. You reach out to touch a leaf, feeling the cool moisture on your fingertips, smooth yet alive, delicate yet firm. Every sensation grounds you further in the present, while simultaneously inviting your mind to drift gently toward dream. Have you ever wandered through a space where nature and human craftsmanship coexist in perfect balance? The villa's garden offers exactly that. The stone pathways and columns echo the hands that built them, while the plants grow wild, responding to the rhythm of the seasons and the soft cascade of rain. You move slowly along these paths, noticing the interplay between carefully arranged architecture and the spontaneous beauty of living greenery. This balance, gentle and quiet, mirrors the rhythm of your own body and mind as you settle deeper into relaxation. The air is cool and fresh, carrying the scent of rain on stone and leaves, mingling with the faint aroma of flowering plants. You inhale deeply, savoring the fragrance, allowing it to fill your lungs and flow through your body like a stream of calm energy. Exhale slowly, releasing any tension, letting the garden cradle you in its gentle embrace. You feel the soft pressure of the earth beneath your feet, the steady support of stone walls beside you, and the comforting presence of history woven into every corner. You notice a vine climbing along a marble balustrade, its leaves heavy with rain. Tiny droplets hang like fragile jewels, catching the faint light, shimmering softly as they fall. You reach out a hand to touch them, feeling the cool, wet texture and the delicate movement of life. Each contact is grounding, a gentle reminder of the present moment, the beauty of simplicity, and the peace that exists in observation and stillness. Have you ever paused in a garden and simply listened? Here, the villa's gentle ambiance invites that practice. You hear the faint patter of rain on leaves, the soft gurgle of the fountain, and the occasional ripple of water from puddles along the stone path. These subtle sounds become a lullaby, each note a gentle nudge guiding your mind into deeper calm, your body into comfort, and your spirit into a state of quiet curiosity. You continue along the curved pathways, noticing the interplay of light and shadow, warmth and coolness, movement and stillness. The candlelight flickers gently across marble surfaces and leaves, creating a soft, shifting mosaic that mesmerizes the eyes and soothes the mind. Each step is slow, deliberate, synchronized with your breathing, inviting your senses to relax further and your thoughts to soften. Ahead, a small alcove offers a bench beneath an overhanging arch. You sit, feeling the smooth stone beneath your hands and the comforting shelter of the arch above. The rain continues to fall, but here it becomes a gentle backdrop, a rhythmic sound that blends seamlessly with your heartbeat. Inhale, letting the serenity of the garden flow into you. Exhale, releasing all remaining tension, all remaining thought of the day. Have you ever felt how even a simple garden can carry the weight of history? This villa has seen countless seasons, countless nights like this one, each raindrop tracing the same paths, each candlelight flicker mirrored by generations long past. You are a quiet witness now, moving through the garden in harmony with time, feeling the calm of both past and present enfold around you. You notice the soft sway of flowers and shrubs in the gentle breeze. The rain glistens on each petal, reflecting torchlight in delicate, hypnotic patterns. You breathe in unison with the subtle motion of the plants, inhaling calm, exhaling relaxation. Every detail, the rain, the stone, the plants, the flickering candlelight, is a soft guide toward inner stillness, a lullaby for the senses, a gentle hand leading you toward dream. Finally, as you rise from the bench and take a slow walk along the garden's edge, the villa seems to exhale with you. The rain falls softly, the fountain gurgles quietly, and the leaves shimmer with reflected light. Each step carries you deeper into serenity, each breath a gentle lull, each glance a meditation. You feel a profound connection to the villa, to the garden, to the city, and to yourself, folded quietly into the night. Tonight, you have wandered the villa's gentle gardens, immersed in the calming rhythm of rain, candlelight, and history. And now, as you leave the courtyard, stepping softly back into the streets, you carry this calm with you, a quiet presence, a gentle whisper, a soft companion as you continue your journey deeper into the night of ancient Rome toward the baths, bridges and moonlit roads that await your wandering footsteps. Tonight, you will wander through the baths of ancient Rome, a space of gentle warmth, soft steam, and the subtle rhythm of water falling and flowing. Take a long, slow breath, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel the weight of your body settle, your muscles relaxing, your mind letting go. Imagine the cool, damp air outside slowly blending with the comforting warmth of the baths, drawing you into a cocoon of serenity and calm. Have you ever wondered what it might feel like to step into a space designed entirely for rest and reflection, where the sound of water and the subtle warmth of stone cradle your body and mind? Tonight, you will experience this sensation. You walk through an open doorway, damp from the evening drizzle outside, and immediately notice the change in atmosphere. The gentle warmth of heated pools, the faint scent of oils and herbs lingering in the steam, the soft glow of lanterns reflecting on the water. The baths are empty, yet they hum with memory. You notice the wide marble floors, smooth underfoot, glistening with the remnants of earlier bathing. Columns rise gracefully, supporting high ceilings, their surfaces etched with soft carvings that tell stories of myth and nature. Each carved detail seems softened by the steam curling through the air, creating a living tapestry of shadow and light. You pause, taking a deep inhale, letting the scent of warm water, wet stone, and faint incense fill your lungs, and exhale, letting tension dissolve, allowing your body to match the calm of the space. Have you ever felt how water can transform perception? The pools in the baths are mirrors reflecting lanterns, arches, and faint glimpses of distant columns. You lean slightly over the edge of one shallow pool, watching the ripples created by a tiny droplet falling from the ceiling. Each ripple expands slowly, mesmerizing you, guiding your mind into soft curiosity and gentle reflection. Inhale, feeling the serenity flow into you. Exhale, letting your thoughts settle like sediment at the bottom of the water. You walk slowly along the poolside, noticing the subtle contrasts of warmth and coolness, shadow and light, movement and stillness. Steam rises in delicate wisps from the pools, curling upward like ribbons, softening the edges of the space. The air carries the faintest warmth, a comforting embrace around your body. While outside, the rain continues to fall softly. You feel both cocooned and expansive at the same time, held in a gentle balance that encourages relaxation and contemplation. Ahead, you see a small alcove with a basin carved from marble where water trickles continuously, producing a soft, hypnotic rhythm. You pause to watch, listening to the gentle plip-plop of droplets, letting it synchronize with your breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Each breath carries you deeper into the calm, each sound guiding your mind into the quiet, rhythmic dance of water and stone. The lanterns flicker softly, casting warm, golden pools of light across the marble surfaces. Shadows sway and ripple in the steam, creating patterns that seem alive, breathing with you. You extend a hand to feel the warm mist brushing against your skin, the sensation soft, delicate, and grounding. Every inhale and exhale aligns you further with the gentle tempo of the baths, the calm energy of the space folding around you like a soft blanket. Have you ever noticed how stillness can carry life? Here, even in quiet, the baths are vibrant. Water flows, steam curls, shadows dance, and the stone itself seems to breathe with the memory of centuries of visitors. You move along the marble walkways, letting your attention drift softly from one subtle detail to the next. The shimmer of water, the curve of an arch, the faint scent of herbs, the whisper of heat rising from the pools. Each observation invites your body to sink deeper into comfort, each sensation a lullaby for the mind. You approach a shallow pool at the far end, its surface smooth and glass-like. You lean over, letting your fingers trail in the water, feeling the warmth seep into your skin. Tiny ripples spread outward, the reflection of lanterns dancing across them like stars mirrored in a gentle pond. You breathe slowly, noticing the warmth of the water against your cool fingertips, the faint scent of herbs and oils carried by the steam, the gentle hush of rain against the open windows above. With each breath, the stillness deepens, a quiet tide pulling you toward restful calm. You notice the delicate carvings along the walls, figures of water nymphs, seashells, and mythic creatures softened by centuries and steam. Candlelight flickers across them, causing shadows to stretch, bend, and ripple, creating a hypnotic dance that draws your gaze and quiets your thoughts. You allow your eyes to linger, your mind to wander gently along the curves and folds of stone, each line a soft guide into contemplation and relaxation. Have you ever felt how contrast can soothe rather than startle? The warmth of the pools against the cool, rain-scented air from outside, the flickering candlelight against the rising steam, the steady flow of water against the stillness of marble, all these gentle juxtapositions coax the mind into a state of tranquil awareness. You breathe in harmony with the rhythm of the baths, inhaling serenity, exhaling tension, sinking further into calm with each gentle cycle. You move toward another pool, slightly larger where the water is deeper and the surface mirrors the dim lantern glow. You pause at the edge, watching the steam rise and swirl around your fingertips. Each tiny movement of water carries a subtle melody, each reflection a soothing visual lullaby. You imagine the countless Romans who once dipped into these waters, feeling warmth seep into tired muscles, letting worries wash away, and drifting in quiet meditation. Tonight, you are one of them, suspended between time and serenity, immersed fully in the gentle rhythm of the baths. The walls are etched with niches, some holding small basins of water, others adorned with soft carvings. You wander along these details slowly, deliberately, noticing how the light plays across textures, how shadows elongate and shorten with the flicker of lanterns. You inhale, letting the scents of wet stone, warm water, and faint herbs envelop you. Exhale, letting your shoulders drop, your mind soften, and your body melt into the tranquil embrace of the space. Have you ever walked through a place where the sound of water seems to lull the mind more effectively than any words? Here, each drip, each ripple, each gentle gurgle becomes a soft rhythm, a guide toward deep calm. You synchronize your breath with these sounds, allowing the temple-like baths to envelop your senses completely. Every inhale is a wave of serenity. Every exhale releases tension and thought, leaving only presence and tranquility. Finally, you approach a low marble bench beside a shallow pool, sitting comfortably. The warmth of the bath, the soft steam, the gentle sound of water, and the flickering candlelight converge into a cocoon of peace around you. Your body feels heavier in the most comforting way, your thoughts slowing, your awareness folding inward like a delicate flower closing for the night. The baths hold you gently, the city outside receding into soft shadows, the rain, now a distant lullaby, guiding your journey toward rest. Tonight, you have wandered the baths at twilight, immersed in warmth, water, and the soft rhythm of ancient stone. You carry the calm of this sanctuary within you, folded gently into your body and mind, ready to continue your journey through Rome, toward quiet streets, moonlit arches, and the soft embrace of night that awaits your footsteps. Tonight, you will wander through the moonlit bridges and quiet streets of Rome, where soft, silver light falls upon glistening cobblestones and gentle reflections ripple along the Tiber. Take a deep, slow breath, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel your body sink into the serenity of the night, each breath a gentle rhythm that aligns you with the soft heartbeat of the city. Have you ever imagined walking along a riverbank under a sky full of pale, silver light, where the world seems hushed and waiting just for you? Tonight, you will move through Rome as the moon casts its calm glow upon bridges and streets alike. The rain has softened the edges of the city, leaving puddles that catch the light in delicate patterns, and the faint sound of dripping water forms a subtle, hypnotic rhythm. Each step you take is deliberate, slow, and comforting, like a meditation through history itself. You approach a bridge spanning the Tiber, its arches elegant and enduring, rising gracefully from the river. The steep water below flows silently, dark and shimmering, reflecting moonlight and scattered torchlight from distant streets. You pause for a moment, leaning lightly against the railing, letting your fingers graze the cool stone. The smooth texture is grounding, steadying, a tangible connection to both the past and the present. The gentle lapping of water against stone beneath the arches forms a soft, natural lullaby that invites your mind to drift. Have you ever noticed how moonlight can transform a city? Streets and bridges that feel ordinary by day become magical under its silver glow. The shapes of buildings soften, shadows stretch and bend, and familiar corners seem new, holding secrets only the night can reveal. You walk slowly across the bridge, your footsteps echoing lightly against stone, each one harmonizing with the soft patter of remaining raindrops, forming a soothing rhythm that carries you deeper into calm. The city feels alive yet tranquil. Torches flicker along the streets. Beyond the bridge, their glow reflected in puddles, creating miniature constellations on the wet cobblestones. The air is cool and carries the scent of damp earth, wet stone, and faint olive trees lining the riverbank. You inhale deeply, savoring the mixture, letting it fill your senses, and exhale slowly, releasing every trace of tension or hurried thought. Each breath anchors you further in this serene journey. You notice the gentle sway of small boats tied quietly to the banks, their reflections distorted slightly by the rippling water. You imagine the centuries of travelers who have crossed this bridge, carrying bundles of goods, letters, and whispered secrets. Each footstep you take is an echo of theirs, a subtle link to countless moments in time. This thought is calming, a gentle reminder that the rhythm of life continues quietly, and that you are part of this continuum, walking softly beneath the moon's watchful glow. Have you ever paused to observe the patterns of light on wet stone? Each puddle captures a tiny mirror of the sky, flickering torchlight and distant shadows. You stop to look down, noticing the irregular shapes of reflected light, the way raindrops ripple outward, distorting and reshaping the miniature reflections. Inhale, feeling this soft visual music fill your mind. Exhale, letting any lingering restlessness slip away, leaving only calm and wonder. You continue across the bridge, reaching its midpoint where the view expands. The Tiber stretches in both directions, lined by stone embankments and ancient trees whose leaves glisten with rain. Moonlight dances on the water's surface, silver ribbons tracing a path into the distance. You pause again, leaning on the stone railing, letting your gaze drift along the gentle currents. The water flows effortlessly, a metaphor for serenity itself, carrying your thoughts gently downstream. The bridge is silent, except for the occasional whisper of wind through leaves and the faint, distant drip of rain from a tiled rooftop. You notice how silence itself can feel comforting when it is alive with subtle details. Each sound, each shadow, each glimmer of light invites your mind to relax further, your body to settle more deeply, and your awareness to fold into the quiet harmony of the scene. Have you ever felt how contrasts can soothe the mind? Here, the cool stone of the bridge contrasts with the warmth of your breath, the darkness of the water with the silver moonlight, the stillness of the night with the subtle flow of the river. These gentle juxtapositions create a rhythm that mirrors your own calm heartbeat, a lullaby that encourages rest, dream, and reflection. You step off the bridge and continue along a narrow street that winds gently through the heart of the city. The buildings rise on either side, their shapes softened by rain and moonlight, windows dark, shutters closed. Occasionally, a torch flickers from a doorway, casting elongated shadows that stretch across the cobblestones. You walk slowly, letting the rhythm of your steps match the gentle music of light and shadow. Each movement is deliberate, unhurried, a meditation through space and time. The street curves, leading you past quiet corners where ivy clings to the stone walls dripping with rain. You pause to touch a leaf, feeling the cool moisture on your fingertips, noticing the texture and the delicate resilience of life. Inhale, drawing in the fragrance of wet stone and earth. Exhale, releasing tension, letting yourself sink into calm. The small details, often unnoticed in daylight, now seem heightened, each one a guide to deeper awareness and serenity. Have you ever noticed the way distant sounds travel differently at night? The faint clatter of a shutter, the whisper of wind, through the trees, the occasional drip of rain from a roof. All these sounds are softened, more melodic than disruptive, blending seamlessly into the quiet symphony of the city. You listen, absorbing these subtle melodies, letting each one anchor you further into the night's tranquility. You continue walking, following the gentle curve of the street toward a small square where the moonlight pools across the cobblestones. The space is empty, yet it hums softly with memory. The laughter of children long gone, the voices of merchants from centuries past, the faint footfalls of citizens walking home. You sense these echoes not as distractions, but as soft companions, weaving the past and present together in a comforting tapestry. A small fountain at the center of the square glistens under the moonlight. Water trickles from carved figures, pooling into a shallow basin that reflects silver light across the surrounding stones. You approach slowly, dipping a hand into the cool water, feeling its gentle flow against your skin. The sensation is grounding, almost meditative, as if the water itself is carrying away any residual tension, leaving only calm, clarity, and softness. Have you ever felt the way the night seems to stretch, to hold you gently in its embrace? The streets, bridges, and fountains of Rome now appear timeless, each step forward an invitation to drift deeper into serenity. You move slowly, letting your body follow the rhythm of the city, your mind floating in the hush of moonlight, rain, and stone. Each breath, each step, each glance deepens the sense of calm that wraps around you like a soft, protective blanket. You notice shadows dancing softly along the walls, cast by distant torchlight, flickering in the alleyways. The effect is mesmerizing, hypnotic, like a delicate lullaby for the eyes. You follow the movement of light with your gaze, letting your thoughts soften and drift, noticing only the gentle interplay of illumination and shadow, warmth and coolness, motion and stillness. Each detail draws you deeper into relaxation, every observation a tender guide toward sleep. Finally, you reach the edge of the quiet streets, where the moonlight reflects off polished stones and the Tiber whispers softly in the distance. You pause, taking a slow, deep breath, inhaling the serenity of the city, exhaling all lingering tension, letting your body sink fully into calm. The night has wrapped you in its gentle embrace, the bridges and streets a soft path guiding you onward, deeper into the stillness of Rome. Tonight, you have wandered across moonlit bridges and through quiet streets, immersed in the calm of silver light, gentle water, and the soft rhythms of the city. You carry this serenity within you, folded gently into your body and mind, ready to continue your journey through the night, toward villas, gardens, and temples, and toward the soft embrace of dream that waits just ahead. Tonight, you will wander into the Garden of Whispers, a secret corner of Rome where soft breezes, gentle rain, and the subtle movement of leaves create a lullaby for the senses. Take a slow, deep breath, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel your body sink into the quiet of the night, your muscles releasing tension, your mind slowing, your awareness folding softly into the gentle rhythm of the garden. Have you ever imagined stepping into a garden where every sound is hushed, every leaf holds a secret, and every petal glistens under the tender caress of rain? Tonight, you will move through this sanctuary. The cobblestone path beneath your feet is slick with moisture, glistening faintly in the soft light filtering through the clouds above. Each step is deliberate, slow, grounding you and inviting your mind to follow the soft whispers of nature and history intertwined. You notice the delicate scent of jasmine and lavender carried lightly on the breeze, mingling with the earthy aroma of rain-soaked soil. Inhale, letting these fragrances fill your lungs and permeate your senses. Exhale, releasing all lingering tension, letting the calming atmosphere settle fully into your body. The garden seems alive yet serene, every sound, scent, and movement perfectly balanced to invite relaxation and curiosity. Have you ever paused to notice how leaves whisper when brushed by the wind? Here, the garden is filled with soft, secretive sounds, the gentle rustle of ivy against stone walls, the faint sway of tall grasses, and the quiet drip of raindrops from broad leaves into shallow puddles. These whispers are hypnotic, each one guiding your mind toward calm, each one a tender lullaby for your thoughts. A stone path curves gently through flower beds brimming with roses, lilies, and violets, their petals glistening with tiny droplets of rain. You lean closer, observing the intricate patterns of each bloom, the way each droplet magnifies color, the softness of petals brushing against your fingertips. Inhale slowly, feeling the vibrant calm of the garden infuse your body. Exhale, letting the steady rhythm of nature soothe your muscles and mind. Have you ever noticed the way light moves through a garden at night? Moonlight filters softly through the canopy of leaves above, creating shifting patterns of shadow and silver illumination on the path beneath your feet. Each movement of the leaves in the gentle breeze creates a dance of light, like the world itself is breathing softly, in time with your own rhythm. You allow your gaze to follow these movements, letting the hypnotic interplay of light and shadow deepen your sense of calm. You pass a small fountain at the heart of the garden, its marble edges worn smooth by centuries. Water trickles softly from a carved spout, filling a shallow basin before spilling over in tiny ripples. You kneel beside it, trailing your fingers in the cool water, feeling its gentle movement against your skin. The sound is quiet but insistent, a steady rhythm that harmonizes with your breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Each cycle draws you further into serenity, folding your body, mind, and spirit into the quiet heartbeat of the garden. The garden is dotted with sculptures of ancient Roman figures, their forms softened by moss and rain. You move slowly among them, tracing the curves of stone with your fingertips, noticing the subtle expressions carved into each face. The figures seem to whisper stories, not with words, but with the presence they hold, the quiet dignity of centuries. You imagine the hands that sculpted them, the care invested into each detail, and you feel a gentle connection to these moments of creation, a soft thread tying you to the past. Have you ever noticed how contrasts can bring depth to serenity? Here, the cool, damp stone of the paths contrasts with the warm richness of the soil. The soft fragrance of blooms contrasts with the gentle chill of the evening air. The stillness of the statues contrasts with the subtle movement of water and leaves. These soft juxtapositions soothe the mind, creating a hypnotic harmony that encourages your thoughts to drift gently toward rest. You continue along the winding path, noticing a small alcove where ivy drapes over a stone bench. You sit, feeling the smooth, cool surface beneath your hands, letting the shelter of leaves above create a sense of quiet enclosure. The rain is lighter now, falling in tiny, delicate droplets that patter softly on the leaves and stones. Each sound is like a gentle whisper, coaxing your mind to soften, your muscles to release, your breath to slow. The air carries the faint aroma of wet roses, their petals reflecting the soft light, each drop of water like a tiny jewel. You reach out to touch a leaf, feeling its cool, damp texture, noticing how the surface glistens. Every detail, scent, texture, sound and shadow invites you to sink deeper into the gentle embrace of the garden, to fold more fully into the calm of the night, and to drift toward dream. Have you ever felt the way water and air can create a lullaby together? The fountain, the rain, the soft wind rustling leaves, they blend into a symphony of quiet sounds, each note perfectly tuned to the rhythm of your breath. You inhale, letting the melody fill your body with calm. Exhale, letting it sweep away tension, leaving only softness, serenity, and wonder. You wander toward a small grove within the garden, where ancient olive trees stretch their branches overhead. Moonlight filters through the leaves, casting delicate shadows on the ground. You pause beneath one tree, placing a hand on its rough bark, feeling the texture of centuries pressed into each groove. Inhale, drawing the strength and calm of the tree into yourself. Exhale, letting your body release and soften further. The contrast of solid bark and shifting shadows invites your mind to rest, focused yet unhurried, calm yet attentive. Have you ever felt how stillness can amplify presence? Here, the garden seems suspended in time, every sound and movement enhanced by the surrounding calm. The rustle of a leaf, the drip of water, the shimmer of moonlight, all are magnified into gentle points of attention, guiding your mind into soft focus. Each inhalation and exhalation becomes a meditation, a bridge to deeper relaxation, a pathway to dream. The path curves again, leading you to a quiet pond where water lilies float gracefully. Tiny ripples spread outward as droplets fall from overhanging leaves, and you watch as each ripple expands, contracts, and merges back into stillness. The scene is hypnotic, a living lullaby that invites your thoughts to drift, your muscles to relax, and your breath to slow further. You kneel slightly, trailing fingers in the cool pond water, feeling it ripple gently, each movement a tender guide toward calm. Have you ever noticed how light and shadow can seem alive in a garden at night? Here, the moon casts silver reflections across the water, flickering through the leaves, dancing softly across stones and flowers. Shadows sway as if breathing, inviting your eyes to follow, your mind to wander, and your body to sink further into comfort. Each movement is slow, deliberate, soothing, a gentle nudge toward rest. Finally, you reach a small stone bridge that arches over a narrow stream within the garden. You pause to lean lightly against the railing, feeling the cool stone beneath your fingertips, watching the water flow quietly beneath. The sound is soft and steady, a gentle hum that resonates with the calm beating of your heart. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling calm, exhaling tension, letting the rhythm of water, leaves, and moonlight guide you into deep serenity. Tonight you have wandered through the garden of whispers, immersed in the hush of leaves, the gentle patter of rain, the soft flicker of moonlight, and the tender embrace of history. You carry this calm within you, folded quietly into your body and mind, ready to continue your journey through Rome toward candlelit temples, quiet villas, and the final embrace of night that awaits your dreams. Tonight, you will return to a temple bathed in soft candlelight, where the hush of night, the gentle flicker of flames, and the sacred presence of stone create a sanctuary for your mind and body. Take a slow, deep breath, in through your nose and out through your mouth, allowing every exhale to release tension, every inhale to draw serenity deep into your lungs. Feel your body relax further, your muscles softening, your mind folding gently into the calm of this sacred space. Have you ever wondered what it might feel like to wander a temple at night, long after the rituals have ended, when only the warmth of candlelight and the quiet resonance of stone remain? Tonight, you will do exactly that. You step through the temple's doorway, your feet silent on the cool marble, the scent of incense mingling subtly with the soft aroma of rain still lingering on the stone outside. Immediately, you notice the shift in the atmosphere. It is intimate, warm, and timeless, a cocoon for both your senses and your thoughts. The temple glows softly with hundreds of candles, each flame dancing lightly and casting gentle shadows that stretch across intricately carved columns. You walk slowly along the aisle, noticing how the flickering light brings movement to the carvings, figures of gods and mortals, animals and mythic creatures, turning still stone into an almost living presence. Each shadow and shimmer invites your gaze not to focus on detail, but to let your mind wander, to drift effortlessly, like leaves floating downstream. Have you ever observed how light and shadow can feel like a quiet conversation? Here, the candlelight whispers across the stone, touching surfaces, tracing curves, highlighting textures, and softly retreating into darkness. You notice these subtleties as you move, inhaling the serenity, exhaling tension, letting each step align your body and mind with the rhythm of the temple. Ahead, a small altar rests in the center, adorned with simple offerings. A clay bowl of water, sprigs of olive, and faintly fragrant herbs. You pause to look closer, noticing the reflections of the candle flames dancing in the water, multiplying and merging in hypnotic patterns. Inhale slowly, letting the gentle motion and light flow into your consciousness. Exhale, letting any lingering stress dissolve, leaving your awareness calm and centered. You walk along the side aisles, trailing your fingertips along smooth marble railings, feeling the coolness of stone beneath your touch, contrasting with the warm glow enveloping the space. Have you ever felt how tactile sensations can enhance calm? Here, the textures, temperatures, and soft fragrances combine to soothe your senses, encouraging your thoughts to drift like soft clouds across a twilight sky. Each breath, each movement, each gentle sound of flickering flame and distant night deepens your connection to the serene rhythm of the temple. Have you ever noticed how silence can carry its own melody? In this temple, quiet is not absence, but a presence. The soft hiss of the candles, the faint rustle of the flame against the wick, the subtle creak of the stone under your steps. Each sound blends into a gentle symphony, a lullaby for the mind, coaxing it to release tension, to soften, and to embrace stillness. You inhale this quiet, letting it flow through your body. Exhale, letting every lingering thought float away, like smoke curling upward into the darkness above. You move toward a side alcove where a single candle stands before a carved statue. The flame dances lightly, casting shadows that ripple across the statue's features, bringing them to life in subtle, hypnotic motion. You lean slightly, brushing a hand along the smooth marble pedestal, feeling the cool solidity beneath your fingertips grounding you. You notice how even the smallest details, the flicker of light, the curve of a stone figure, the soft scent of herbs, invite your mind to settle, your heart rate to slow, and your body to relax completely. Have you ever felt how contrast can soothe the mind? Here, the cool marble contrasts with warm candlelight, stillness contrasts with the gentle flicker of flame, shadow contrasts with illumination. These subtle juxtapositions create a rhythm for your senses, a soft ebb and flow that guides you gently toward a restful state. You inhale, drawing serenity into every cell. Exhale, letting the world outside this sacred space drift further away. You walk slowly to the rear of the temple, where a small window opens to the night sky. Through it, you glimpse the pale moonlight casting silver shadows across the courtyard, mingling with the soft glow of torches and distant candles. A gentle breeze carries faint aromas of olive trees, damp earth, and flowering plants from the garden beyond. You pause, leaning slightly against the stone sill, feeling the cool night air brush your skin and allow your thoughts to drift like the clouds across the moon. Have you ever experienced the feeling of timelessness? In this temple, time seems suspended. Candlelight, marble, incense, and quiet converge into a space that is eternal, a gentle pocket of the world where only stillness and soft observation exist. You breathe slowly, deliberately, inhaling calm, exhaling tension, letting every step, every glance, every gentle sound carry you deeper into a state of serenity. Your gaze falls upon a mosaic along the floor, partially illuminated by candlelight. The patterns of interwoven shapes, subtle colors, and delicate lines seem almost to move as your eyes trace them, creating a hypnotic rhythm. You kneel briefly to observe, running fingertips lightly over the cool tiles. Each small motion, each subtle detail, each flicker of light is a lullaby for your mind, a guide toward stillness, a gentle bridge into the embrace of dream. You rise and continue along the aisles, noticing the subtle variations in the marble's texture, the play of light across carved reliefs, the faint scent of herbs mingling with stone and wax. Each moment is elongated, deliberate, soothing, as if the temple itself slows your perception, inviting you to linger, to notice, to breathe, to rest. Have you ever walked through a space that seems to hold its own heartbeat? Here, the temple hums softly with centuries of presence, the footsteps of priests, whispers of worshippers, the faint movement of air across stone. You become part of this rhythm, your own heartbeat aligning gently with the pulse of the temple, each breath a soft drum guiding you deeper into calm, comfort, and reflection. Finally, you return to the center of the temple, kneeling gently before the altar. You watch the candle flames dance in the bowl of water, their reflections merging, expanding, contracting in an endless, soothing rhythm. You breathe in time with this quiet motion. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, allowing the soft light, gentle warmth, and sacred stillness to fold around you like a blanket. Every muscle relaxes, every thought softens, every sense is immersed in the gentle hum of the night. Tonight, you have walked through the candlelit temple at night, immersed in warmth, shadow, scent, and soft light. You carry this serenity within, you folded gently into your mind and body, ready to complete your journey through ancient Rome, toward the final quiet streets and the ultimate embrace of night that awaits your rest. Tonight, you will wander through the final streets of Rome, as the city itself drifts into slumber, where the soft hush of night, the gentle gleam of moonlight, and the distant echo of rain combine to carry you into dream. Take a long, slow breath, in through your nose and out through your mouth, letting your body sink fully into calm, letting each exhale release the last traces of tension. Each inhale fill you with serenity. Have you ever imagined walking through a city when it has completely rested, when the cobblestones, fountains, and temples breathe softly in the quiet of night? Tonight, you will move through these streets, feeling the gentle hush that falls as humans sleep, allowing you to drift seamlessly into your own rest. The faint scent of wet stone mingles with the cool night air, carrying memories of rain, gardens, and warm baths you have visited tonight. Each breath draws you deeper into calm, each step more deliberate, more serene. You walk slowly, letting the soft rhythm of your footsteps blend with the distant trickle of water from fountains and the faint whisper of wind through olive trees. The streets are empty now, yet alive with echoes of the past, the laughter of children, the soft conversations of merchants, the gentle footsteps of citizens long gone. You sense these echoes not as distractions, but as companions, folding the past and present together in a quiet tapestry that fills your mind. Have you ever noticed how the hush of night can feel like a warm blanket over a city? Here the silence is alive, filled with subtle sounds, the faint drip of rain from roof tiles, the distant flutter of a bird, the soft rustle of leaves. Each sound invites your mind to drift, each one a gentle lullaby guiding you toward deeper relaxation, a soft hum carrying you closer to dream. You inhale the night, letting its calm flow through your body. Exhale, letting the last remnants of wakefulness dissolve into quiet. You approach a familiar plaza, now empty, where the stones glisten under moonlight and shallow puddles mirror the silver sky. You pause to watch the reflections ripple softly as a gentle breeze stirs the water. Tiny lanterns along the edges flicker faintly, casting warm, muted light over the wet surfaces. You notice how stillness amplifies the beauty of small movements, the ripple of water, the flicker of flame, the sway of a leaf, and how these subtle details can lull the mind into a meditative calm. Have you ever felt how contrast can deepen serenity? Here, the cool night air contrasts with the lingering warmth of your body. The stillness of the plaza contrasts with subtle ripples in the puddles. The soft shadows of the moon contrast with flickering lantern light. Each contrast is gentle, almost imperceptible, yet it guides your senses, helping your body release tension and inviting your mind to drift into dream. You continue along narrow streets, passing arches and walls, softened by the night. You notice ivy clinging to stone, glistening with moisture, and small gardens peeking behind closed gates. Each detail is amplified in the hush of evening, the curve of a stone step, the shimmer of a wet rooftop, the distant reflection of candlelight on a window. You inhale deeply, savoring each subtle aroma. Wet stone, earth, olive trees, and faint incense from a temple nearby. Exhale slowly, letting all tension melt, your muscles loosening, your body folding gently into comfort. Have you ever wandered through a city that feels suspended in time? Here, every street, bridge, fountain, and garden seems eternal, carrying the soft weight of centuries. You move slowly, stepping lightly over glistening cobblestones, letting the echoes of history merge with the present. Each footfall is a gentle meditation, each breath a lullaby, each glance a soft invitation to release the waking world and drift deeper into rest. You pass familiar landmarks from your journey tonight: the villa's quiet gardens, the baths at twilight, moonlit bridges, the garden of whispers, and the candlelit temple. Each place leaves a residue of calm, warmth, and comfort, like layers of gentle light folding into your awareness. You feel the continuity of your journey, a thread linking each moment, guiding you gently toward your final destination: deep, peaceful sleep. Have you ever noticed how night can weave a sense of completeness? Here, the city's quiet, the rhythmic whispers of water, the soft sway of trees, and the gentle flicker of distant light all converge to create a space of perfect rest. You inhale this completeness, letting it fill your body, your mind, and your heart. Exhale, letting any lingering thoughts drift like leaves on a slow river. You are held fully in the calm embrace of Rome at rest. Ahead, you reach a small bridge over a gently flowing canal. The water reflects moonlight like silver threads, and you pause to watch its rhythmic flow. Tiny ripples catch the light, expanding softly and merging into stillness, a hypnotic rhythm that mirrors your own breathing. You trail your fingers lightly along the smooth stone railing, feeling the cool texture, letting the subtle vibrations of history and water resonate through, your body grounding you further in serenity. Have you ever felt how small details can guide the mind towards sleep? The faint shimmer of moonlight, the distant gurgle of water, the subtle sway of leaves, the soft pattern of shadows across cobblestones. All of these invite attention without effort, focus without strain. You follow their gentle guidance, allowing awareness to soften, muscles to release, and your mind to drift gently toward dream. You continue through quiet streets lined with ancient buildings, their facades softened by rain and moonlight. The air is cool, carrying faint aromas of flowering plants, damp earth, and stone warmed by the day. You inhale slowly, savoring these subtle fragrances, and exhale fully, letting every last bit of tension dissolve. Your body feels heavier, yet lighter in spirit, floating softly within the calm of the sleeping city. Have you ever noticed how stillness can feel like a living presence? Here, the city itself breathes, the water flows, the leaves whisper, the lanterns flicker, and the stone seems to pulse with memory. You walk in harmony with this rhythm, each breath and step syncing with the soft heartbeat of Rome at rest. Your mind softens further, your muscles release fully, and your spirit drifts effortlessly toward dream. Finally, you reach a quiet square, where the last lanterns flicker and the night sky stretches wide above. You pause to look up, noticing the silver moon and the scattered stars shimmering faintly. The city around you holds its breath in gentle anticipation of rest, and you fold yourself into this embrace, feeling completely safe, calm, and supported. Inhale, drawing serenity deep. Exhale, releasing all remaining wakefulness. You are ready to drift. Tonight, you have wandered the sleeping city of Rome, passing through gardens, baths, bridges, and temples, carried by moonlight, rain, soft sounds, and gentle shadows. You have felt the calm of history, the hush of the night, and the serenity of timeless streets. Now, as you close your eyes, your body, mind, and spirit are fully cradled in the quiet embrace of the city, ready to drift deeply into dream. Before you rest completely, take one final, long breath, in and out, letting the calm of tonight's journey wrap around you like a soft blanket. You are safe, you are calm, and you are ready to sleep. If you enjoyed this bedtime journey through ancient Rome, consider subscribing to our channel for more relaxing stories where every night brings a new dreamlike adventure designed to soothe, calm, and carry you gently into sleep.